Nangalam ka Trinamool Congress TMC badiru umintri rangba berim gejela Mukul sama ulapun bana baka TMC kanya aireng ha kanik election kebanwan Syakagaru Hills Autonomous District Council GHADC daka bakhot ru ikibakwa banyakun bantep kerteng ngin sa penyeng kertong nakabenta ka election syaka GHADC bat kitu kibakwa banyakun kum ki kertong ka TMC ngin khot ban aplai tiket ong umukul haba benrap ba kanikakam kan sedang no syen umukul ula banjur ya ka jingdon kam bante ya ka GHADC bat ban penne pat ya ka buram jongka da ka ba ong baka jinglong jingman kumba kalong menta kalong ka basngok ya shibun kumno ka GHADC kala sya penhiar kerdan kum ka jaka turikam ka bala ai daw hikipat ba ka jela ban phai syaka hatu ki bor ki badan ka jingkit khli halor ka ni ka jinglong jingman ka bamenta jong ka GHADC ki doni ki weipat ki jingthmu ki bamya ham par ka jingthmu jing ki pat ba nong shong shnong ula ong ula ban jurru halor ka jingdon kam jang borok ki seng san perthei ban snguto ya ka jingkit khli ka jongki ha ka ban pan klanya ki autonomous district councils ADC khamtam ha ka bayade bat ka khirnet ba hinrio jong ka riti sanshar jong ka ri India kadai ka kamram jong baro ki seng san perthei ban sngoto ya ka jingkit khli ban pan klanya ka GHADC ka jing snokit khli ki ikumba ka light na kata lani ka light nangi namar ka jingbam dan jongka ong umukul uni unongalam ka TMC ula aik sairu halor ka jingate lok bat ki weipat ki seng san perthei ki badani ki ju ki rukam perkhan da ka bapen pau ba ki la panya trilang bat ki weipat ki party habaro ki arkun dietary ki constituency knang ban pen urlong ya ka thong ka jongki bantei pat ya ka GHADC
TMC will be having candidates in the GHADC, and those who want to fight from as TMC candidates, they will be invited to apply for the nomination. This process will begin immediately after we sit as a party and decide as to how to go about, what is the timelines, and it may be so that in all the 29 constituencies we may have to look at some other like-minded parties who share the same intent of rebuilding GHADC, restoration of its pride and glory in the true earnest. Because at the moment, what has happened, how GHADC has been reduced to the kind of institution which has given reasons for the people of the state to look at are these forces who are responsible for the present status of the GHADC have some other intent which is not in sync with the intent of the population, with the common intent of Khasi, Garo, Jaintia and other tribes, to really deliver what is required to be delivered in sync with the mandate of the Constitution of India in as far as the mandate of the 6th schedule of the Constitution of India is concerned. You have to understand one important aspect today, that had there been no provision of 6th schedule, what would have happened to the tribals and the resources which belong to the tribals of the state. Therefore, it is incumbent upon all political parties to understand the responsibility of strengthening the the ADCs, whether it is KHADC, whether it is GHADC, whether it is GHADC. But today, contrary to this expected responsibility which should have been demonstrated by the people in dispensation, in power, or who are otherwise running the government, it is just contrary to that expected line of commitment and responsibility. The sense of responsibility seems to be eluding them or eluding us because of absence of it. It is, again, let me be really frank, let me not hide anything, because sometimes it's always good to share what is the truth. It is a fact that some of the colleagues and comrades in TMC are in little bit of dilemma. Okay, they're in a little bit of confusion. In fact, even because it's a new party, we have made a new beginning, a humble beginning, wherein lots of narratives were generated, which obviously was election oriented at that point of time. But as I have said, maybe the whole political dynamics within the state has some bearing on the mind of some of the people. So it's a fact that some of the distinguished colleagues of mine who are members of the GHADC have asked me whether the same question like you asked, whether um, they should be looking at option to contest as independent, or as probably look at some other new dispensation as a political entity. But at the same time, when they know that I remain glued to TMC, then they are definitely confronted by this, I must say, some kind of political dilemma. It's a natural thing. There are also reasons, because many people try to paint TMC as a, it's more racial. I don't like to name such and such party. I would like to avoid that word, which is something which I have responded to a number of times. Any party should not be tagged with any community, because every political party has laid down objectives and purpose, and they are already in circulation. We know what. In fact, TMC is one of the parties who is fighting against the ruling dispensation as one of the very effective, dedicated, committed opposition. Particularly if you see the proceedings in the August House in the Parliament, you will be probably seeing that as a testimony of what I'm saying. Therefore, in the context of Meghalaya, you have to understand uh, that there are so many other political forces who would try to distract and dislocate the momentum of the march of a new dispensation. That is exactly happening. And all except TMC, of course. All except TMC. Every political party is after TMC, and we are withstanding, and we have been saying thus far. And 2028 is the target. So 2028 is still far.